Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Nominating Committee of the Metro Arts Commission. We are very, very excited to have this meeting today because we have really big and interesting things to discuss. And so we thank you all for being here. I'm Dewana Wade. I chair the committee, and I'm appreciative of all who are in the room, Commissioners Tim Jester, Commissioner Trey Harden, and Interim Executive Director Dr. Paulette Coleman, and Vivian. All things extraordinaire. So thank you all for being here. We have, I would like to say our mission, the Metro Arts mission, is to drive an equitable and vibrant community through the arts. We are interested and intentional about doing that. And so we now call this meeting to order. I don't have at 3:04 p.m. Vivian, do we have anyone for public comment?
No public comment.
Thank you very much. We will keep moving right through our agenda. Our next agenda item is approval of the minutes from our August 7th, 2024 meeting. Those minutes are here in your hands for your review, and a motion to accept as written or with any corrections that need to be made.
Move to approve.
Second.
Awesome. It's been properly moved and seconded that we approve the minutes as written. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. Thank you very much for your diligence in that. Our next item of work regards our recommendations for the full commission. And so I'm very, very excited to let you all know that I have spoken with Campbell West multiple times, a couple of times by phone, I think, and often via text relative to a lot of things over the last month or so. And she has graciously agreed to have her name listed on the slate as our incoming vice chair, should the full commission vote for her to do so. So I am hoping that first, is there any discussion around that? Is there anything anyone would like to share or speak relative to that?
Just to clarify, I think you said incoming vice chair.
Did I?
Yes,
Okay.
that's why.
That was absolutely a mistake.
Okay,
Just
thank you.
Campbell
for the record.
West, thank you very much. Campbell West has graciously agreed to be our chair of the full commission, should it be the pleasure of the full commission upon our vote next week. Any discussion there? Thank you, Commissioner Harden, for that correction. We want to get that right. Discussion or questions? All righty, then, as we get down to the next item, we will make sure that her name is listed as chair, not vice chair. So, second item on the list, another agreement from Heather Vincent, who is our current secretary for the commission. She has graciously agreed to continue in that role. Yes, Commissioner Jester.
Lefkowitz.
Yeah, you said Vincent.
Thank y'all. It's been a week. Heather Vincent is a wonderful, wonderful ally at the Bank of America. Haven't seen her in years. Don't know why I said her name. Heather Lefkowitz.
We're going to nominate Heather Vincent,
No,
and
we
then
are not.
she's going to find out later and call us and wonder why she was on the
We are
agenda.
absolutely
That's
not.
never happened to us before.
And Heather's name is right here in front of me, so my apologies yet again. Graciously agreed. Our current secretary has graciously agreed, Heather Lefkowitz, to remain as our secretary going into the next year of our Metro Arts Commission, and pending that vote next week, she will be our secretary. Finally, vice chair, well-coveted position that we have had lots of conversations with folks relative to who might be interested in becoming our vice chair. I have had overtures from a number of commissioners who have volunteered in the absence of others who had at that time stepped up. Commissioner Jester volunteered, even though he leads a very, very important committee of this commission. Commissioner McCoy volunteered as well, and Commissioner Watts volunteered. And there has been some willingness, I believe, new willingness on the part of myself and on the part of Commissioner Harden relative to willingness to serve as vice chair. And so we're all really, really happy, Trey, that you are willing to consider it. And so let's talk about what our needs are, what our thoughts are, and how we feel about any of the aforementioned commissioners serving as vice chair.
And just for clarity, Commissioner Kurtz, did she decline?
She did.
Okay.
Commissioner Kurtz did decline. We missed her while she was out of the country, and she did reach out to me after she returned and declined to have her name listed on the slate.
Well, just to be clear, I raised my hand in the event that there was no other. So I just want everybody here to know that I want my name to be at the bottom of that list since there are so many other candidates that are willing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've had some thought about it, and I think, you know, I have a good relationship with Campbell, and, you know, it would be great to work kind of alongside her, behind her, so I'm willing to throw my name out there also.
Awesome. I think that's wonderful.
When your name came up, the idea that we'd have probably the person with the second most institutional knowledge about Metro Arts, since you've actually been involved with Metro Arts for a lot longer than everybody else, that was appealing as well. I think it could serve as well.
Yeah, I think, you know, obviously I'm not the most decorated resume in the room, but I do have experience here at Metro Arts, and yeah, I think I would maybe see myself in the future serving as chair, but it would be a good opportunity to kind of work closer with staff and work with Campbell as well. So yeah, I'm very excited about that, and I have changed my mind since the last time we met.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. And you say you don't have the most decorated resume. You have the most decorated Metro Arts resume of any of the candidates, I believe, and under my opinion, of those who have offered. And so thank you for that, and thank you for your willingness. And I am very happy, if this committee is very happy, to add Commissioner Trey Harden's name to our slate for our vice chair position. That's not something we need to vote on necessarily. Is that right, Tessa? No. Thank you. Awesome.
Let's do it.
All right, sounds good. So I'm going to run down the names and the positions one last time. My hope and prayer is that I actually say them correctly this time. So our slate for tomorrow, next week's full commission meeting will be as follows. As potential chair of the full Metro Arts Commission, we are listing Commissioner Campbell West. Potential vice chair, we are listing Commissioner Trey Harden. And potential secretary for the commission, we are listing Commissioner Heather Lefkowitz. Awesome. I have no other business that we need to discuss relative to letter D, items 1 and 2.
And we don't need a formal motion for these names to the commission. We just hand them to the commission.
And do we need to send them out in advance? How does that work? I haven't seen any. I have a question. Do we need to send the recommendation of the nominating committee to the commissioners in advance, or do they just hear it at the meeting?
It would be legal's recommendation if these are the finalized names, that the only names that you're sending to the commission for consideration, that they be voted on. I apologize. I think I misunderstood your question earlier. I thought it was just a discussion of a general list of names, but if these are the finalized, yes, please vote on them.
Sounds good. And we will do that vote pending the response for Executive Director Coleman. Her question is, do we need to send, after we vote on this, do we need to send that list to the commission in advance of the
yes,
meeting?
Dr. Coleman, if you could please add that to an email that you're sending, or the board packet.
Yes. This is the only item. It's a call meeting specifically to address this.
Yes, then yes, please.
Awesome. So thank you, Metro Legal, Tessa. I hate to keep using your first name. I apologize. But if there is a motion for us to accept the names as stated just a few minutes ago, we can go ahead and proceed with the vote unless there's more information.
Would you mind just doing a vote per each?
Not a problem.
Every item.
All righty, so we're going to need 3, possibly 4 motions. One, to nominate our Commissioner Campbell West for the chair to be added to the slate for 24-25 commission.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's been properly moved and seconded that we will submit Commissioner Campbell West for the position of chair of the Metro Arts Commission. We also then need a motion to recommend Commissioner Trey Harden for vice chair of the Arts Commission, unless there's additional information.
It would just be legal's recommendation that Commissioner Harden abstain from this vote as it's a clear conflict.
So moved.
Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's been properly moved and seconded that Commissioner Trey Harden will be listed as our recommendation for vice chair for the Metro Arts Commission. Finally, we need a motion for Commissioner Heather Lefkowitz to become our recording secretary listed on the slate for 24-25 officers for the Arts Commission.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. It has been properly moved and seconded that Commissioner Lefkowitz will be listed as our secretary on the slate of officers. We don't need to do that comprehensively for the slate. Those 3 votes are fine.
Yes.
Correct. Awesome. Wonderful. Glad to hear it. Y'all worked hard today. Is there any new or old business that we need to discuss?
When the new chair is in place, we need another member of this committee with the resignation of one commissioner.
Say that one more time for me, please.
Don't we need another member of this committee because Commissioner
Harden.
Neflin, who resigned from the commission, is no longer here, so do we need to fill that slot?
I don't think that this committee would fill that slot.
Yeah, the commission would, but I'm just asking, is that something that needs to be done, or can we?
So this committee is appointed by the chair.
Right.
And so.
The chair of the full commission.
Correct.
Not the chair of the
And so this committee, essentially, as elections are needed, the chair appoints the committee members.
Okay.
Does that answer your question, Dr. Cole?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it sounds like that couldn't happen until the chair is in place.
Voted on, correct.
Gotcha. All right. And then we would have to notice it at the next meeting? Is that?
Potentially noticing it as this committee needs to meet,
Gotcha.
which potentially would not happen again until it is time to vote for another chair, vice chair, and secretary in case one of those positions actually
Becomes vague.
resigns or moves on. So
Okay.
it wouldn't be anything that needs to happen immediately because we don't expect any of this slate to go anywhere. Yes? Awesome. Any new or old business? Any suggestions for how we move forward as far as the agenda is written? F.
Yeah, I move that we adjourn.
Do we need to vote on that? Do we just adjourn? We don't need to vote on that, do we?
You can just adjourn.
Amen. Thank you all very, very much. Commissioner Harden. Awesome, man. Thank you. And good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Too bad it took you longer to get here than the meeting.
You are absolutely.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.